Oh my word, I'm live for the final stream of the academic year. It's gone quickly. Well, for me it has anyway. It was like yesterday we were trying to figure out what to do with YouTube Live and how it works, but we're here now. It's the main thing. And my Mystic Meg senses tell me that we're going to have George in this group. I don't know why, but I think we will. Oh, there's 4 people watching. Oh, see, I knew it. George is here. Hello, George and Bryony. Who else have we got? It says there's 4. We got Kyle, maybe Phil. I don't know. How you doing, George? All right, all good. How did you get on with everything this week? Good, I hope. Please, at some point, if you've got any questions, then do ask. Okay, it's always nice when that happens. Oh, Freddie, awesome. Hello, Freddie. Cool. So yeah, this is the last one before summer, which is fun. It's gone really quickly for me. Now let's jump straight into looking at some stuff. So over all the ukulele groups this week, let's have a quick run over of what we did. So some of the groups were either starting since you've been gone. Some groups have been finishing it. Some have been doing the whole thing as one performance. Some of the groups have been relooking at our rhythmic note values. Some have already done that. But everyone should be on rhythm exercises, so practicing reading our rhythms now. I know Freddie's group is on exercise 3, but some of the groups are on exercise 1, so we'll go through all of those today. Obviously, everyone's been doing their ear training, which I hope is good. I've put what I've said in some of the lesson plans. I want everyone when they're learning the songs, like since you've been gone, to focus on the length of the chords because we'll go over that in a sec. That's quite important. And You Cut the Stars, another group has been doing, as well as all of our rhythm exercises, and that's pretty much it. Everyone's on a fairly level playing field at the moment. So if there's anything you want me to cover specifically, George or Freddie, because you're both here, let me know. But if not, then I'm just going to go through everything as I wrote it in my lesson plans. It's my birthday in August, so hopefully for my birthday I get a new ukulele book because mine's broken. Still. Okay, so let's do our rhythm exercises first. On page 25, okay? Some of the groups are still on exercise 1, some are on exercise 2, and Freddie's group is on exercise 3. If you've got any questions or anything you want to say or add about any of these, then let me know, because unfortunately I do not yet possess the ability to read your mind. So let's have a look at exercise 1. So this is really easy, exercise 1. It's just one note value per bar, okay? So there could be one whole note, 2 half notes, vice versa. Oh, my cat has joined us. So exercise 1, we've got a half note. A whole note in the first bar. We can only have one of those. Remember, it's a whole note takes up the whole bar. We've got 2 half notes, so there's 2, 1 half to each note. Then we've got 4 quarter notes and 2 half notes again. I'm going to play that quickly. I'm going to play a G chord, okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is rhythm exercise 1. For fun, I'm going to play that backwards. Okay, let's do exercise 2. We start to mix up a little bit here because obviously when we learn songs in the future, it's not the same thing every bar. There is a bit of variety, which is always good. So rhythm exercise 2, we've got 2 half notes in the first one, 2 quarter notes and a half note in bar 2. The same again in bar 3, but flipped around, and a whole note in the last bar. So let's do the rhythm exercise 2. I'm going to do A minor chord this time. 2, 3, 4. What I want to point out quickly when we do these, especially the longer notes, so the half notes and the whole notes, is I don't want you to do this. Yeah, that note has to ring out for as long as it says in there. Okay, so for example, the first bar of exercise 2 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, or green tea as we've been calling it. So green tea, green tea. Okay, so I don't want to hear this. 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's not what we've got. Okay, exercise 3. I'm gonna sneeze. No, yes, no. I'm probably gonna sneeze in a minute. It's just gone. That's really frustrating. Okay, so exercise 3. This gets a little bit more tricky now. We're mixing up the quarter notes with the eighth notes and half notes as well. Okay, so remember we count the eighth notes with the number and which is symbolized with the plus symbol. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, so that's not 6 beats in the bar. That's still 4 beats, but eighth notes are worth half a beat each. So this is what coffee is the eighth note, by the way. So this is exercise 3 with an F chord. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that backwards. This will be fun. It's not as easy to do backwards, but it's still interesting. Okay, what I'm going to do, because obviously we've got this is the last one before summer, is I'm going to quickly do exercise 4 as well. So if you want to try exercise 4, then you can. I'm going to do this with an open A string. Okay, it's nice and simple. Open A. Now we've got 4 eighth notes in a row. When we've got 4 eighth notes in a row, we can join them all together. We can't join any more than that. And we can't join any other notes together that are bigger than an eighth note. So we can't join quarter, half, or wholes together. Only eighth, 16th, and so on. But we haven't done those yet. So this next first bar of exercise 4 would be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's the rhythm it would be. So it would be tea, tea, coffee, coffee. Okay, let's play that with an open A string. So difficulty here in bar 3 and 4 is on 3 and 4 and it's all eighth notes, and it's the same thing but on 1 and 2 and on the next bar. So we've got 8 eighth notes in a row, but over 2 bars. Okay, try that one. Let's do that one backwards quickly. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Let's do something different. I'll move it out of the way. Oh no, book's falling even more apart. This is not good. I've got more of a. It's less of a book now, more of a collection of papers. I think they're still in the right order. Okay. I wanted to talk about chords quickly. So since you've been gone, page 14. A lot of the groups are on this song now. Okay. And now, but what I'm going to say is relevant for lots of people. Okay. And this is for guitar. It's relevant for ukulele and any other instrument in which you play chords. Okay. So let's choose, for example, bars 9 onwards. Since you've been gone, page 14 in our ukulele book. So we've got the chords F, A minor, and D minor. That was not right. That was. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you or demonstrate an exercise to you, and then I'm going to explain what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to play the F chord. Now, some of you might find this really easy. Some of you might find it a bit tricky, but it's not a problem. I want you to wait until you get the chord perfect and hear each note nice and clearly. Okay. I don't hear this because that's not doing it properly. This is. Okay, so once you've got it properly, you take your left hand off and you put it on your head, or you stick it out to the side, or flap it like a chicken. You want to do something where you don't have your left hand on the ukulele, okay? And then you go back and play the F chord again. Take your hand away on your head, whatever. F chord again. Sorry, I had a fly on my screen then to get it off. Okay, so one more time. So you do this, play the F chord, make sure it's perfect. Then you move your hand away, and then you do it again. Move hand away, do it again. And do that 3 times, okay? And then you need to do the A chord, A minor, sorry, 3 times. Like this. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do F, take our hand away, A minor, take our hand away, F, take our hand, and do it like that. Do that 3 times. So we're like this. Listen. Then we're going to add D minor in there as well. So we're going to go F, A minor, D minor, A minor again, back to F. Okay, the reason why we do that is because people, when they're learning chords, they cheat, okay? Which is not something that they do on purpose. They don't realize they're doing it most of the time, okay? I'm just drinking a can of Pepsi, okay? Other brands of cola are available. Not sponsored, but yeah, that would be nice. So, the reason why they cheat is what they do is they'll spend a while, however long it is, getting the chord just perfect, which I think everyone is able to do that I'm teaching anyway, which is fine. Okay, we've got our F chord, all well and good. Now the problem is they then believe once they've done that, okay, I've mastered the F chord, perfect, don't need to do that again. Now they might play it like this, then play it a bunch of times, and they think they've perfected it. And yes, you can play it really good, but you can't play it within a song. So the problem is, and I think it's more difficult transitioning between chords than it is playing the chord itself. Now, what I mean is, I think it's harder to change from, let's say, for example, this chord to a C chord than it is to play either of those chords by themselves. So what we're doing is when we take our hand away, with whatever you choose to do with it, you're forcing yourself to start the chord from scratch every single time. And that's going to simulate almost changing between chords when we're playing a song. And this is something I do with a lot of students. I still do it myself if I'm doing really complicated chords on guitar. So the general idea is that it helps you speed up the time in between each chord. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to try and see how long a gap, try and count it in between each chord I'm going to play now, okay? So I didn't play those chords very well. Let's try it again. Hardly any time at all, really, okay? Obviously better on guitar, but still. Now, you don't have to do this forever when learning a song. It's a good idea to do it with more complicated songs, but the more you do it, the more you'll get used to doing it. Your body, what will naturally happen without you realizing it, is you'll start to put the chord, have the right shape with your fingers before it even touches the instrument. Okay, so you'll notice when I play G, when my hand's about here, it's already roughly in that shape. And then when I press down, it's all good. Another thing people do when they cheat when they're playing ukulele with the chords is that they will hold the chord, and if I say, right, okay, now let's change to another chord. What they might do sometimes is just slightly lift their fingers off, but keep it still touching the string. So you get this sound, but the shape's there. So all they have to do is press down, and they can do it. Okay, so try and do that. I want you to do that with all the chords that you know as a practice method. Okay, and you don't have to do. The reason why I chose the chords of F, A minor, and D minor is because they are found in Since You've Been Gone. Okay, but I don't want you to feel that you have to do that. You can do any chords you want. Say you might wake up tomorrow and go, okay, I'm going to do F chord and a G chord and an A minor chord today. And the day after, you might go, okay, today I'm going to practice the C chord to the D minor chord to A minor chord. It's whatever you want. There's no right or wrong answer unless you're playing something specific. Okay. Now, another thing I've said to a lot of groups I haven't covered last week or the week before, with Since You've Been Gone, is paying attention to how long we have to play the notes. So let's just look, for example, at the first bar of Since You've Been Gone. So page 14, okay, level 2 version at the bottom. So the first chord is a C. We all know how to play C. Everyone can do it perfectly because I've seen everyone do it perfectly, okay? Okay, so what I just played was the rhythm that we have to play for the song. So we've got two quarter notes or two T. Okay, so 1, 2, and we know that there's 4 beats in the bar, so we've got 2 beats left to fill up. Now, the third time we play, that's a half note, which is worth 2 beats. So green T's, we know this, okay? Been doing this a while. So that is worth 2 beats. So that chord lasts over beat 3 and beat 4. So I'm going to count it like this. Listen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how the third chord is longer, takes 2 beats, okay? And it's the same for the rest of that line, okay? So F, A minor, which does it twice, okay? So now let's look at bar 5, which is directly underneath it. It starts with the F chord this time. So we've got... Now, if you look at the notation, you might say, oh, Alex, but there's the same amount of chords. Same on the sheet music. Well, yes. But if you look at bar 5, in between the second chord, see if I can do this without destroying my book further. Okay, we've got a tied note here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 in bar 1, 1, 2, 3 in bar 5. But the thing is, this is beat 2, and it's tied to a half note that's on beat 3. And we know that the half note lasts for beat 3 and 4. And the tie means that we add them together, okay? So we should have looked at dots and ties prior to this lesson. So instead of having this for the F chord in bar 5, we've just got this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that second chord lasts for the rest of the bar. And it's the same continuing from there. It's really important that you notice that because with the backing track, when you play along with it, the first 4 bars, which are repeated 4 times, 16 bars in total, you've got that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's better demonstrated if I play it. So, okay, all the instruments reflect that rhythm. Okay, but if you play that in bar 5, all the other instruments are playing this. All right, which means that it's going to stand out and be really obvious that you're not playing what's written if you don't pay attention to the rhythm and really focus on how long you need to play each note for. Now, I've just realised I've been waffling on for 18 minutes and 30 seconds. So please, if you've got any questions, anything you want to ask Freddie or George, then do ask now. Actually, I should mention that the Music Works has decided to put on a special little promotion, which I think is really cool. They've asked me if I wanted to be part of it, and obviously, yes. So what we've got, I'm just going to read this, okay? So it's a summer school lesson offer that they're making. So this is for me, obviously, because I'm a guitar and ukulele teacher. We've got option to do those 2 instruments with me or some of the other teachers, or you can do keys or drums, depending on what instrument you play. Everyone here is going to be ukulele anyway. So they can sign up for 5 lessons and request a specific goal. So George, for example, you might say, I want to learn 2 of the songs that you've been mentioning in the previous weeks. I want to learn how to play the whole thing, how it's on the record, so I can play it as a performance. You might ask that, for example. Or you might say, I want to learn how to play reggae songs or funk songs. Or I want to learn about how to write songs. You could ask that. That could be your goal. Okay. Now, the 5 lessons are at a cost of £99, I believe, which for 5 lessons is actually really, really good. Okay. Now I would jump at the chance if uh, I could do that when I was younger, because that'd be fantastic. Okay. And that's 30-minute lessons, one to one with whoever you choose. Obviously, if you do that, you're going to choose me. Okay. We're done. That's the end of our final YouTube session of this year. Okay. Well, this academic year. So if you've got any questions from today, I don't have time to answer them now, but you can always email them to the Music Works and I'll get back to you, okay? Well done, everyone that's joined us today or has done previously or is watching this in the future. And look after yourselves and see you all soon. Bye-bye. No, I've just caught that yet. Not a problem, George. So it's good that I'm very patient. When I'm driving, I'm not patient. George says, how many ukes do I have? I only have one ukulele. Only one. But unfortunately, I do have to go now. So I'll see you all soon. Have an awesome summer.